Negro. Excuse me, Negro. Do you want to? Okay, you know how we made.
No. So you got it wrong. First of all, he wouldn't have said that. He would have said, "Excuse me, there, urban youth."
Bruh.
I have
all the white folks in this movie.
This, the best thing about it is this. I would say this. It's funny how me and Eris will constantly make fun of a movie soundtrack for taking the title of the movie and just rapping. It's just like, in this case, it's LL Cool J. Yeah, I wake up. You look all hip hop. You got my money right. Yeah, got my style right. Yeah, strictly business. It's like
you just wait for the. All you're doing is wait for the chorus to say "strictly business." Just say the
chorus
movie
is telling us that that's the movie. That's where it's from. Strictly business. My aunt had that. I remember my aunt had that damn CD, and I may have only heard it once.
Listen. Man. All
a bad soundtrack, bro.
No, D. Listen, all of our parents have had these. We all had the black movie soundtracks. Okay,
the
one that's like, hold on, Chris. The one that still sticks out to me that I'll always remember is my parents had the soundtrack to Mo Money.
Yeah, that was a pretty good soundtrack. We did say as much on the show.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Only reason why I would buy Strictly Business is like, they put fucking DC's own Rare Essence on the soundtrack, so I was like, that's an automatic buy on that one.
Because of who's in the movie and because who's running this movie.
Not only that, the soundtrack itself Strictly. Weak. No, it's very weak. But guess what? They have a repeat song in the movie.
Yeah.
How do you get Levert and Troop and Queen Latifah?
This was a thing.
For the love of money.
That happened a lot more than we realized.
No, I know it did, D, but I'm just saying, both of these movies came out in the same year.
But it's the title. It's the title song of another movie.
My thing is this: like,
that don't count.
Imagine if you will, you're watching one of those many of those rom-coms in the 80s, and all of a sudden, and I guess we're gonna have to you're going to be like, you're going to be like, why is that song in this movie? Well, guess what? The second I heard Almighty Dollar, no.
When I heard that, I said, okay, no, CD, that was your reaction. My reaction was New York. What year was this? 1990, like 91.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Indeed, I do have one great reason why that happened. One great reason. Guy that worked down in Warner Brothers Music. Hey, they're both black movies. Put it in there.
Exactly.
This is.
Wait. I'm sorry, Chris. Just save it towards the end.
It's always kind of funny how
Excelsior.
Me and Eris talk like that. You got to talk like this. If you're watching this on camera, you got to talk like this because that's the stogie in your hand. And you're like, she touch the way it works. It works in Hollywood.
See, at that point now you sound like Stan Lee with the stogie, and you're saying Excelsior.
I would love to see. I have only seen. It's like seeing Stan Lee smoke is weird because it's like Stan Lee. No,
especially back in the '60s.
Your health.
No, this soundtrack had like a lot of heavy hitters. Fucking Heavy D, Leaders of the New School, Rare Essence, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Stephanie Mills, LL Cool J.
All right, to bring it up.
Wait. Hold on. So Chris, basically the B-side album of New Jack City.
Yeah, pretty. Which most people might hear that and think, "Oh, you're taking a diss." No, B-side albums are pretty good too.
They were good back in the day.
They were good back in the day.
They were good back in the day because there were still more songs to discover. We actually had this freaking conversation with our boy Hilton, who actually runs Blur. We had this same conversation, because only like 2 or 3 singles came out.
Not only that, D, you've heard me say this before. You have the official soundtrack and the image soundtrack.
Nowadays,
that's a freaking thing.
Nowadays, if you're lucky, you get the original soundtrack, which is all the instrumentals you hear in the movie, and then you get the official soundtrack. The score soundtrack, and then you get the regular soundtrack.
The score soundtrack, score soundtrack, original soundtrack, and my personal favorite titled soundtrack, songs that inspired the movie.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Real talk. If you want to say, so what about today? Yes, today's soundtracks aren't going to be so heavy. It's today's.
It's few and far between.
It's the scores I will say in the last 20 years, it's some of the most beautiful fucking music. The scores that are coming out of these movies are incredible. How about the actual soundtrack? God damn, Joe, that was a good movie, wasn't it?
I mean, let's think about it. Like when Black Panther came out, right before we get into Strictly Business,
shocked everybody.
That shocked everybody because it had like an actual like, oh shit, Future's on it.
Damn.
Oh shit, it's crazy. Like Shang-Chi is about to get it too. Shang-Chi is about to get fucking 21 Savage leading the fucking original soundtrack for that fucking damn song for that movie. So it's like, and there's other non-superhero movies.
Actually, bring it in with the first.
Can I give?
Bring it in with the first? Spiral, because I listened to that soundtrack. These are good. Woo! After 21 gets off, that's it.
Yep.
Can I just get one Travis Scott song in these movies?
That's not gonna happen. Just
one.
It will never happen.
Can he get a feature?
He'll get a.
Yes, he is. He is only in songs that are inspired.
Yes.
Yeah. Surprised he wasn't on
remix 5. It's like a remix 5 months later after the movie was released.
Surprised he didn't have his ass for that fucking Free Guy soundtrack featuring Travis Scott.
Travis Scott would never. I mean, yeah, he'll eventually do one. I think I see a lot of people it's funny. Soundtracks can be done very well today. It's just that nobody's really.
It's extremely few and far between. It's extremely because it's now everything is packed into your budget. So you better fucking have a good enough budget to where you can throw in a fucking actual original soundtrack and do that.
When I see like Spiral, how that was 21s and all it was 21 and his friends, it's like, yeah, okay.
That was lazy. That was lazy.
And I think the other issue is you gotta have a record label that is cool with the movie studio. You gotta have that established relationship.
Usually,
do you know how many record labels have like literally folded in the last 30 years?
Yep.
This is the reason why, Harrison, it's kind of funny that you say that. When it comes to that, usually the better soundtracks were Disney and Warner Brothers because they had their own musical department. Sony does too, and it's hit or miss. Some of them are real good. Some of them actually are really good with Sony movies. But yeah,
I mean, they still do it now. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody is pretty much the Queen special hit. Basically, the best of Queen.
Same thing with Elton John one. It's the same thing. Elton John song.
I do not count biopics.
All right,
because they literally just take the songs from that artist's catalog.
All right,
exactly. And that being said, also, if we're here just to do that, I'm gonna say this: I don't count movies that are not only also biopics, but they're biopics about somebody in a certain era. Meaning that, a good example, Night in Miami. Yeah, no, that don't count.
I mean, I like One Night in Miami. It's pretty dope.
Actually, I finally watched the movie. Better than I thought it would be. A lot better than I thought it would be. Acting was very good. Very good. Look, here's it. I don't know what the fuck all y'all was yelling at each other about. This movie was fine. Anyway, but that being said, like, I don't count that soundtrack. It's a really good soundtrack. I don't count it. Why? It's the best of the 60s, nigga. I don't care.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I mean, if we're gonna go very recent, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. See, Suicide Squad in what's the name? The other James Gunn movie.
Guardians.
Guardians were the same thing. It's a compilation more than any. 4 new songs. Okay, cool.
Right, cool. but anyway, so Strictly Business is funny to me. I think last year during the pandemic, I had found myself going down that rabbit hole, watching a bunch of 90s movies and stuff. I was watching Strictly Business, A Soldier Story. It was last year too. Yeah, it was like late 80s, early 90s kick. I was just watching a bunch of older movies that weren't like really like the popular stuff that people just bring up and stuff, but they, we've seen before. And Strictly Business was one of them. And I hadn't seen the movie in a while. But I remember I was like, I kind of like it. I didn't hate it or anything. It was like, all right, let me rewatch it. I think the reality hit me knowing how much, like, you kind of see how we as Black folks maneuver through. I'm speaking more so to the younger crowd than us, our age, and how a lot of the younger people kind of maneuver through Blackness. If this movie came out now, I feel just see Phillips' character, everybody would have called him a sellout, even though he isn't. Tommy Davidson's character would have got roasted. Just call it what it is. He would have.
How exact? Well, I'm sorry. You mean like if younger audiences seen?
Yeah,
this
if they
movie,
now, right now, like right now,
if they seen this movie today.
yeah.
Well,
like
yeah, dude. Everybody. No, matter of fact, no, not Tommy Davidson. Everybody's getting roasted in this.
Like
movie.
Halle Berry, she'll skate because Halle Berry still looks fine to this day, so it's fine.
I don't know. Everybody in this movie, like,
I like how she was still. I like how she was rocking her her pre-boomerang haircut.
I like how.
Hey, that was a style she rocked. That shit till the wheels fell off.
Yeah, it was definitely a style. I love it.
You know what? This is one of that weird times during Black Hollywood that Black Hollywood was like, we're gonna make Tommy Davidson a star. Trust me, we're gonna make this nigga a star.
Like Tommy Davidson is chilling he is chilling with In Living Color.
Let me tell you something. The director of this movie is DC's own Kevin Hooks.
My man did some bangers. Passenger 57, my dude.
Yep.
Bangers. Straight up Southwest
come on,
DC.
Dog.
That's what I'm talking about. Also DC. Tommy Davidson. Davidson, that's another one. And who else? Somebody else in this movie from DC. But
he did my fave, Black Dog.
Oh my God. He did not.
Yes, he did.
Wait. Hold on. Now I gotta look. See, now you got me on camera.
Yes, he did. He did Black Dog, my man Patrick Swayze and Meatloaf and Randy Travis, sir. Yes, he did. Which means we got to do it, sir.
Virtual roles. Come on, I don't see Black Dog down here. I don't. I see Prison
IMDb.
Break. Good for him.
No, it's on IMDb. Looked at 1998.
No, you weren't lying. By the way, you weren't lying. No, wait, hey Chris, you weren't. Hey Chris, you weren't lying. Chris, you weren't lying at all. My man did fled.
I mean, look. I give him credit, man. Like he parlayed that into doing consistent TV shows. Hey, you ain't a balling ass fucking director if you ain't doing some episodes of This Is Us. If you ain't doing it, you ain't shit.
Plus, Chris, I mean, I will take any opportunity that we get to talk about Selma Hayek. So we need to do this movie.
I would also like to point out, not only is now he's originally from Philadelphia, but real talk, growing up in DC,
with the Oxon Hill High School,
with the Oxon Hill High School and all that. But I like to also like to put it out there. I also like to put it out there. Not only is he from Philly, and he kind, you know what, Eric? Fuck it, that's your cousin, man. Y'all born on the same day. That's your cousin.
I was just about to say
that's your cousin.
Like, hold up,
from Philly too. That's your cousin, nigga.
The same exact birthday. Let's go.
That's your cousin, nigga. He's like this. Here's the best thing. Him and Kevin meet each other. We're like, hey, I got a question. You like Asian bitches? Chinese, but Japanese. My nigga though. My nigga, that's what I'm talking.
yo, it like
actually I'm Chinese, but he like this. He look at you, Eric's like, what you like? Japanese girls. I like Cambodian bitches.
No,
all good though, my nigga.
Hey, D,
see, black people.
Wait. D. See, again, y'all. Look, you two Negroes don't know how I react. See, you say that, I would simply look at him and say, close enough.
Close enough.
I'll allow it.
It's like, yes, that. I'm like, I'll allow that.
The way I described it was, if you ever see two black men congratulate each other while they're in full stride walking, it's like, yeah, what you doing? Yeah, I did it yesterday. That's my nigga. That's what, you know what I'm talking about.
This is why I like this. This is like, I was like, sorry to bother you. He was like, I hope your days looking live, brother. I'm like, that's I hope
you like. Yeah, those type of bitches I like. They look good. I know they look good, brother. Yeah, you look good too. You know what? You look good. I love you. I love you too, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody's looking at confusion, like, do they hate each other or what's going on here?
I swear to God. There should have been a moment of that, but it wasn't, because back in the 90s, if you do anything that wasn't, if you did any other activity that wasn't basketball, drug dealing, or old man that works at the dry cleaning, you were a corny ass Negro.
And this is why. Maybe this is probably why I feel this movie is near and dear to my heart, because Joseph C. Phillips plays pretty much me to a degree. Like, people forget in the 90s, if a chick called you corny, that was a death knell. That was done. That's it.
Oh yeah, that was it.
That's it. That is it. It's done.
Back in the 90s, if a girl ever said, man, this nigga corny, her box is as dry as
it's done. Nowadays, it's endearing. It's great. It's excellent. 91? Hell no. You are not getting no play.
I don't know. In the words of Kevin said,
91 I don't know. 21.
I don't know, Eric. I don't know, Chris. I hear what you're saying. Take away money from that. because Kevin Samuels said the best way. Said the best way. She's like I seen janitors that can have sex. So,
which is funny.
What are you trying to say?
Which is ironic because like he might because Wayman, that's Joseph C. Phillips' character. He's corny, but like he's
why do we look? I'm sorry. To
go ahead.
I'm really sorry. I just hate in the 90s how we have to describe corny people. They have to have these white ass names, which is ridiculous to me because every nigga that I know was corny. His name was Devontae. It was some type of Tay. It was some type of Arius. No, they call this dude Wayman.
My man is.
Y'all need to go ahead, man. That's my nigga Wayne right there, y'all.
He is a simple upper middle class black man in New York that clearly doesn't like his girlfriend, but he doesn't hate her or anything. It's just like she's here, whatever,
now,
fine. I don't care.
I know what the jokes is. Somebody that's looking at this for the first time saying Joseph C. Phillips, that corny ass nigga on the Cosby Show. I bet he likes white bitches. You're wrong. He's married to a black woman, and they both hate black people. No, I'm dead serious. Look at their politics. You're gonna go, wow.
He's like a Michael Steele with hair.
Imagine Kevin Sorbo,
except not as obnoxious.
It's not obnoxious. Actually, no.
You know what?
No, I'm sorry. Black Kevin Sorbo is Isaiah Washington.
Joseph C. Phillips is basically every older conservative black person.
He got a brown jacket.
Yeah, it's like I got relatives like that in my family. Like I don't hate them. It's just I disagree with your viewpoint, but whatever. Whatever. Fine. That's your viewpoint. I get it because I think D pointed out best. Black folks unknowingly we gotta start realizing we are conservative than we realize. Maybe we're not white conservative where we're like racist and all that bullshit. But
like Chris, he still first of all he would still be driving around in that 91 busted ass 5 Series.
Yeah,
he still call you trash.
Yeah, clearly. But like it, I find it funny too because he was towing the line with Bill Cosby at one point where he was like, I just couldn't believe this man would do that. And then I had to sit down with one of our co-stars from years back that I still keep in contact with. She told me everything. He's like, oh. And which, let's be real, if you worked around Bill Cosby and stuff and you just never paid attention to this shit, I understand his viewpoint. Yeah. There were a lot of people giving him shit online. I'm like, no. You got to understand. If you're the type of person that you're not paying attention to bullshit like that, you're about your own business, you're not really thinking too much about it. I
think at that point, you're on look, real talk, you're on the Cosby Show. And you got 5 episodes, you're going to know you're doing 5 episodes of the Cosby Show that year. You're not thinking about nothing else. You're on the Cosby Show.
You're just happy to be there.
No, I don't like Empire. If Empire told me to come on in a mall,
me and Eris watch Empire. We both be like, I'll be on that trash ass show. Let's go.
Chris, you and I talk about wrestling every now and then on Working Title Sports Show. Man, fuck WWE. This is Vince McMahon. I'll be there tomorrow, Mr. McMahon.
So you guys. So it's like when he finally had that epiphany on live TV. Like, yeah, he did that shit. I was like, good for him. At least we saw him do that. It was great. But
what do you think about these people kneeling? Well, it's disrespect to the flag. I think it's disrespect to the army and everybody else.
But like the movie itself, funny enough, this movie is under an hour and a half. I was shocked. I was like, hour and 20. Shit's an hour and 20 minutes.
Let me tell you something. When he got to 30 minutes, it's like somebody came with a lit pipe and busted it right in the knee because it drags until about the 50-minute mark. For whatever reason, it just starts dragging.
The whole movie is literally.
I disagree. I don't think the movie really dragged. I don't think it drags as.
It wasn't bad.
I don't think it drags as bad as you like. I don't think it dragged as bad as you said. Does it hit like a speed bump? Like you're riding on a skateboard and you hit that one freak.
Yeah,
and you hit that better way of saying. Hold on, and not a pebble, not a pebble. Your freaking, your wheel trips over a damn sunflower seed. That shit. You hit that.
The one where you almost kill yourself bump. Yeah, man.
Because
the whole movie.
It hits one of those. No way. I'm sorry, Chris. It hits one of those moments, and you're like, "Oh, damn!" So we about to get to the plot. Oh shit! Like no. Like we got like I'm thinking. Oh damn! I'm thinking we're about to hit a plot. Nope, we got a club scene real quick. All right, shenanigans. Let's watch some hijinks.
I mean,
let's watch 1991 hijinks. Okay.
I mean, because something in the 90s that always took up at least 14 minutes.
Oh, it did. I mean, it was just nothing but them kind of like doing like playing the music and them doing that
bullshit ass scene that really kind of goes nowhere. It's not really filmed very well. It's just something that happens.
Like the whole movie is literally uncool black man becomes cool from his mailroom friend, and hijinks ensue. Featuring special guest appearance by Samuel L. Jackson, looking older then than he does now.
First of all, I would like to give an even special shout out to my man Joe Torre was in this movie.
Playing the same goddamn character from Poetic Justice.
I gotta tell you, it's not every day to see the Gemini side of Eris show up in this movie. Seriously, Tommy Davidson is Eris if Eris really had no direction as a comedian, and Joe Torre is Eris if so you just fucking bitches and saying mildly funny things and shooting on it, huh?
And yet, despite all that, it's still
how am I in this movie twice?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how it is. Like you're a Virgo, but you're a Gemini now because I'm seeing both sides of 90s era.
And yet, it still will never beat out his cringeworthiness of that bullshit ass Coming to America TV show pilot. I watched that and I was like, that is Tommy Davidson cringe.
No.
That is like...
Can you say that was Tommy Davidson at his worst?
Oh, that is his worst.
Oh, it is. Worse.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah. It's up there. I know there's a worse form.
No, you want to know?
Do
you want to know why that's why that should be him at his worst?
Go ahead.
Because no one remembers it.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube remembers it, though.
YouTube.
That's why it's there. That's why YouTube's there.
No. See, but here's the thing. But hold on. See, that's the thing. If YouTube never existed, do you know how many one season pilot episode, 13 minimum episode series would come and go and nobody would remember?
Put it this way.
Unless you had that shit recorded on VHS. Unless you had that, it would be a lore, but unless you had that one episode recorded on VHS, no one will remember.
Put it this
could
way.
you imagine if the internet? No, real talk. I'm sorry to cut you off, but could you imagine if the internet never existed in like stores or like stores that are video stores? They actually record their own stuff. And like, hey man, I got all 13 episodes of that. It's like half the commercial that cuts off and starts over. But still, it's your local video shop doing it. So actually, that's kind of a dope idea, but that sounds like a copyright hell.
D, think about it. Think about it, because at that point, the freaking like either Fox Studios or UPN Studios or whoever, one of the studios would like approach this business and be like, "Oh, no, you can't sell that stuff. Hey, why don't you give us the whole complete season of Thea?"
Exactly.
Give us the whole complete season. So I can watch that.
Say it like this, like see in this and Earth 78. This is that Earth. And Earth 78.
No, wait. D, say it right. New 52.
No, this ain't New 52. New 52 Earth. Barack Obama stayed in one more year, and the Gundam that's in Tokyo actually moves. No,
Earth really, 78. Really Earth 78.
Earth like it already moves. No, Earth. I mean, move. Like pilot in it side, it moves.
Earth 78 is where Thea actually got like 3 successful seasons before finally getting canceled.
No, Earth. No, actually, think about it. Earth 78 is when the internet don't exist, like I said, and everybody is required to do VHS like that, and somebody approaches Fox. Well, no, it was ABC. ABC, won't you give us Thea on a complete set of Thea, and all these complete sets are TV shows no one gives a shit about, but they're getting full box sets.
I feel Tommy Davidson will punch me in the dick if I brought that up in an interview. Hey, so about Coming to America, bam! Shit. Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, this is what you gotta do. First off, Tommy, you ain't gonna swing on me. We from the same area. You from Silver Spring. I'm from you Chris? Nigga, I'm from Landover. I dare you swing on me, bitch. Like I do, like I love Dave Chappelle. Like, yeah, you should have never said you was from Silver Spring. Nah, nah. Like, you like, why, nigga, I'm from Sula. Yeah, shut up.
No, there's certain things where it's like Tommy Davidson in this one. There were jokes like when he was talking about when Wayman, basically more or less broke up with this girl, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty. The sex was like a drill sergeant, left, right, in, out, in, out." It went a little, just smidge too long. Where I'm like, maybe because I just hate his voice in that moment. It could be it.
No. See, no, I'm with him. Joke. No, it's a super '90s joke, but at the same time, Tommy hit the nail on the head because not 10 minutes ago we saw the sex scene. We saw the sex scene with freaking Wayman and his girlfriend, and I'm like, yo, she's giving this motherfucker directions, and then she's like, okay, keep it there, yes, go.
You know what?
And I'm like, and then I'm going, wait a minute, so you just guided him. You didn't enjoy none of that, did you?
Yeah, like you see, that's where it becomes that error. See, that's where the real joke comes from. That girls think that, look, no, nigga, I'm trying to instruct you to make me bust a nut. No. You bust one.
Mm-hmm.
Not
and I mean,
no, there's no pleasure. I'm just a dildo like this. I'm just a dildo if you clicked it on, it makes a heartbeat. That's the only difference.
No, and then the disrespect. After she bust a nut, right? After she bust a nut, she goes, "Can you get off me, please?"
At that point, I gotta leave you. At that point,
no. See, here's wait.
Tissue out, no.
Yes, she two fingered it. Like she two fingered pulled the tissue. She said for that, but no. When she said, "Can you get off of me, please?" Here's me. I was trying to, but you just stopped.
I mean, shout out to Anne-Marie Johnson though. She does a really good job playing the obnoxious girlfriend.
Obnoxiously bougie black.
In this movie.
She was super bougie.
She was so awesome in this movie. This movie is so it's not a knock on anybody really. It's just not that interesting to me. But every time she showed up, it's like, thank you. I needed your comedy. I needed you here.
I mean, Kim Coles was hilarious too.
Kim Coles didn't say a funny. Let me make this very clear. Kim Coles, showing how much of a real comedic genius she is, didn't say one actual funny line. Let me make that very clear.
Yes, she did.
She didn't. No. When I say something like actually funny, like there was a punchline to it, there was nothing but insults and just the way she spoke. That's what made it so funny.
All right, I'll give you that.
She didn't really deliver no punchlines or nothing funny like that. But every time she talks, it's like, you said she said you naughty headed. I forgot what she's called.
It's like you nappy headed. So you nappy
headed. So she said something.
It was the line that she said that pretty much flatlined me. Like that level of good sex where you can barely stand up straight.
Yeah, like
and then here's me. Right there when she said, "That's what I mean." Here's me, Kim. You one of them ones.
Yeah, Kim already knew. It's 1991.
It's 91. You one of them ones.
I try to get one of these dugged out niggas that just got locked up.
Just came home.
Just came home. Just came home for the crack era. It's 91. Because if it was 96, I would have said, I'm trying to get one of them niggas that got locked up because of the crime bill.
You mean like how Peppa was like, she wanted her some Tretch around this time period?
Wow.
No. Let's make it very clear. Peppa wanted something from the ghetto the second she walked out. Anyway, so it's
true.
Also,
which unknowing
me in the face. He ain't man enough.
Also, shout out to our boy Gaddafi for always showing up to our shows. Gaddafi, it's 1991. Kim Cole was pretty thin in this movie.
She was very thin.
She doesn't balloon until like 2 years later.
Until living single.
Yeah,
literally until living single.
Here's the thing about that. I was probably too young. I was too young to know what men really thought of her back then. You know what I mean?
She was fine. She was never. I never really heard anybody badmouth her.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to like some of the bigger girls, you've never really heard nothing. Like I never heard a man say anything about Queen Latifah. I know why now, but still,
we all know why.
But still, you never hear nothing. The only woman I can say of size that I heard niggas like I thought you was your girl from Moesha. Big girl.
The one that ran the juice bar or whatever.
Yeah, and not Andale. That wasn't her name.
That was Andale.
Andale, yeah. She was the only big girl until probably Countess Vaughn or somebody that niggas was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be real.
Gonna be real. It's nothing against Countess Vaughn. I always thought she was fucking annoying. That's just.
I thought she was ugly. No,
she was cute. It's just goddamn annoying.
Why dudes thought she was cute, but I always thought she was ugly. That's just
CJ, you want to know something funny?
She's like 3 foot nothing. Of course she's annoying.
No, CJ, you want to know
4 or 5 or whatever. I don't know.
CJ, you want to know what's hilarious? Back in high school,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're about to say too. I'm not even gonna say it because they might watch it. No, not saying names.
No, I'm keeping it harmless. I'm saying back in high school, you and I knew at least 3 countess. Okay.
Yeah, and they were all above 5 foot. That's a difference.
They were
big difference.
Now, you know what? What's technically a roly poly? Is that like 5'3" downward, or
I say 5'2". I say 5'2" downward. That's just me.
I never used that term before, but I always wanted to know since we're here.
Since we're here. No, but that was great.
Yeah, she was sky black if she was Pinky's height. She no bullshit.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What?
Say she's Countess Vaughn is sky black and she was Pinky's height. I was like, yeah.
I don't know. Sky Black. How tall is she? I don't know how.
Sky Black is, I think, 5'10".
I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you. Despite what we all
I'll co-sign with you, Gaddafi.
Look, you say this is real talk, Chris. I think all porn stars are 6 feet tall. They just don't tell nobody.
I put them in the same category as the regular celebrities. When you meet them in person, surprisingly shorter.
Some of them are. Yeah. Well, except for the ones that are like tall and slinky looking, like fucking Diamond was a skin diamond.
She's 6 foot. Would that be? We finally get that. We finally get the golden ticket because they only give it to outlets probably once in their whole lifetime. We finally get the golden ticket to go to the AVN Awards. We're looking at all these porn stars, and here's me. Hey, come here real quick, Eris. Did you see Tiana Trump? Yeah, I know. That bitch is hairy as fuck. What happened? So what did they do before she get out there?
I mean,
look, here's her. Look, D. She was as tall as Chris. Nigga, you saw that too.
No, my thing is like, between him having this budding relationship with his friend, Sam Rockwell playing the well-meaning white guy that's friends with Wayman, and the other white guy that's basically like, yo, I'm evil white guy that kind of does you in the back. I'm stabbing you in the back because I don't hate black people, but I'm stabbing you in the back because black. Basically,
you know what I said when I saw him? I said, oh. You guys got this guy because the other guy who looks like him was too busy hanging out in St. Louis with Bill Paxton trying to get some gold.
It's like David Marshall Grant is that guy that it's
David Marshall Grant. David Marshall
Grant.
I look at David Grant is villain is button up villain. So
yeah, he's button up villain, but still, when I looked at David Marshall Grant, I was like, yo, David, you are clearly this movie's. Oh, God, I'm trying to remember his name. That's why I just described him like that.
Eris. I'm not Eris. I'm Chris. Your boy Goldberg. Was it Adam Goldberg?
No. I'm referring.
I'm talking about. No, I'm just mentioning it. Wouldn't Adam Goldberg be the person that eventually took his job?
No. His name is Bradley Cooper, sir. Because David Marshall Grant is the Bradley Cooper prototype.
First off. David Marshall Grant, and I say this as a man that is straight, that always loved women, wishes he was half as sexy as Bradley Cooper. Have you seen Bradley, nigga? My God, that nigga's dreamy. Have you seen him?
I'm sorry, I fucked up. I meant William Sadler. He was this movie's voice.
Yeah, William Sadler. Yeah. I fucked that up. I want, but I like how Sam Rockwell. When I see everybody in here, I'm like, Sam, you have no idea where your career is headed, do you?
Sam Rockwell has been in that position for years,
bro. You about to do a whole lot of movies. By the time you get to the late 90s, you be like, this is the actor I am. Took long enough.
Sam Rockwell has always been like, what if Bill Murray was younger and just meandered into different movies? Because Sam Rockwell, it's like, I'm not saying Sam Rockwell wouldn't do a black movie, but it was like, Sam, what are you doing in this movie?
Actually, I would say Sam Rockwell is more to, I just had that actor in my head. He is actually like Bill Paxton to me. He's one of those dudes that every time you think, oh, he's just this type of actor, he actually raises it. Then when he did W, it's like, this nigga's actually a good character actor. Sam Rockwell has just shown me he can pretty much play a lot of different roles at this point in his career. So it's just very funny to see him in 1991, where it's like, this nigga has zero idea how his career is.
It's like, I'm just happy to be here with Tommy Davidson and Halle Berry. I'm happy.
Technically, outside of Halle Berry, here's the other thing that's going to surprise you too. Sam Jackson at this point has zero idea where he's headed as well too.
I mean, think about it. Him and Halle just came off of doing Jungle Fever in their cameo roles as crack addicts and shit, as a crack addict couple.
It's crackhead 1 and crackhead 2.
The prototype Whitney and Bobby. Anyways,
you mean the Gator dance?
Yeah, the
Gator shuffle.
Let me tell you something. There is something to be said about a black father pulling the early Nino Brown tear down. I gotta kill my son, old Yeller style.
I'll tell you something, man. Every day you see black excellence in all of its glory. Stand up and pull the trigger at another soon-to-be black excellence.
Ozzie Davis shot his son, killed his son.
With all the energy of Marvin Gaye's daddy.
Yo, shot him. Yo, put the gun on top of the Bible. And I like how Ruby did like how our elder great grandmothers did. Were like, what did you do? I loved him. I'm like, I had to do it.
Now. If this was the South, why'd you do that? Now get on that boy now. I told you I was gonna shoot him now.
Go ahead and dig that ditch.
Old black men, if y'all have noticed, because y'all told me about respect. Old black men, if y'all notice, the fuck level is very just dry. At the most damp every now and then, but they don't care. Old black men, once they pull out a gun, you're dead. You are dead. They ain't no talking. They ain't no chatting. They ain't no flexing. No. Stay right there because I'm pulling this trigger.
Me and Aaron saw it recently in the movie that we watched recently. Like that, they ain't no fucking play. They pull out the blicky. It's a wrap.
Man, they pull out the blicky. It's a wrap, man. Like James Brown, like this day, James Brown, when he was about to kill that dude, that is one of the funniest stories ever, because James Brown didn't break 5'5", but he got these 2 shotguns.
I would not fuck with anybody with a shotgun. If Eris pull out a shotgun on somebody, I'd be like, hey, guy, be blessed.
Be blessed.
Like shotgun, like 2 guns that, like, yo, it's a shotgun and it's a regular 9mm, but because D is funny and he actually respects drawn together, I would like you like, nah, y'all stay down. Woo! This nigga got a Puerto Rican credit card, y'all saying that.
But nah. Wayman hooks up with Bobby, and Bobby's basically doing the whole here's how you act cool, here's how you act hip and cool and stuff, because again, Wayman is very uptight, very straight laced and stuff, as these movies always did. Because it's not this is kind of following the prototypical stuff. Because this isn't a black and white thing. Like there were white movies that did the same shit, where you always had the straight laced dude and the cool hip dude, and they get together and they learn from each other, and they one hand watches the other, and then and all that stuff. So
it's kind of funny though, Chris, when we see these nerd life or straight laced black men back then.
Yeah,
you can really tell that all the bullshit that they got back then is still displaying itself now. You know how a lot of people say, well, this and that, all the other, and we got this real black man. It's like, no, bitch, you didn't want us. And then we got these other black men who are obviously hurt because they don't trust their people, because they've been told you not black enough. Which
is ironic, because Wayman's girlfriend, her friends actually like Wayman low key. Like, girl, you lucky. He got a fucking good paying job. He's nice. He's cool. Yada yada yada. And I'm like, damn, the friends like you like him more than.
Take that money away. He just a corny ass nigga that work at I don't know models, and like for real, like then like is he that same dude? It's hard to really tell with people. And at least especially when it comes to movies, because in movies it's like, well, he's a real estate agent. This motherfucker that's a building, not a house. That's a building. People are going to pay him money to just be in that building. So it's like, yo, that dude is making a ton of money, man. But then again, yeah, it goes to like guys. I really always feel like men, at whatever time, we don't know what the fuck women want, and all it is like, be your fucking self.
Well, that's the thing. That's what got him talking to freaking Natalie. That's Halle Berry's character. Like, he's being his usually, bumbling self.
I will say the script kind of pushed them together a little bit too much, but whatever. You know what I mean?
But like, there's an endearing. It's like, oh, that's cute, kind of thing and stuff. And like, he's trying to, and you can tell he's trying to find himself. But like I said, there's this little subplot where Tommy Davidson meets up with these black businessmen to help them do this whole thing and help out Halle Berry's character because she wants to own her own club. That's the dream, which it's a very 90s thing. I mean, I'm looking at Eris on this one because if this is 90s, I'm looking at Eris like, so is your dream being a DJ back in the 90s, Eris?
Back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Not so much.
I mean, that seems like that would be the high point if you were a DJ in New York.
No, here's Eris. Here's Eris. Do I look like I scratch, motherfucker? I would not
I forgot this is 91. You do got to scratch. That's
right. What I'm saying.
I don't scratch.
Nigga, do I look like a dark-skinned kid Capri?
That being said, do I think Eris can
around
fuck
fucking
up?
crates of fucking records and shit?
Bringing around crates of the vinyl.
On some bullshit. On real bullshit. Eris, I don't think you're an everyday DJ for that, but I think if you practice. And I'm not even bullshitting me. One night you get out there like, oh, this nigga is actually scratching. You'd be like, all right, Eris. And what will save Eris is not his lame ass scratching. I'm just being real with you. I'm your best friend. I can say it. But it won't be his lame ass scratching. It won't be the shit juice.
I know my scratching is lame.
Anyway, you know what will save you? All of a sudden, the next track come on. Oh, shit. That's what saves you.
It's like New Jack Swing, bitches.
It's like this. The playlist is dope.
Yep.
I think the transitions, Eris will be the originator of transitions, where it's like, oh shit, this guy scratching ain't shit, but these transitions are fucking bomb.
So wait, I'll be the reverse of the most recent versus DJs.
Eris, when you're losing, I know as you're losing because it'd be like a little break. It'd be like a little break in the music. All of a sudden. Hey, look, turn to look, and do the classic thing all DJs now do. They turn to a Rihanna song as always. Come on, rude boy, can you get it up?
No, I gotta admit, man, like the club scenes in the 90s movies.
I'm sorry, those transitions were so garbage at that.
They were garbage. You know what everybody's saying though? That Deluxe's DJ was like a really good DJ actually, and all the rest of that. And the more I hear about the praising, I'm like, y'all don't shut y'all fake this New York Scully's fucking Tim's.
We the Mecca.
Chopped cheese.
I mean, look, I would say this. There's something about watching these movies. You're watching these movies where
Jewish people.
the club scenes in New York, and I'm pretty sure it matches in DC and whatever. Like, I just think about like when my uncle, was clubbing in DC around that time, and just seeing the atmosphere, and it did look real lively and stuff. But it's kind of like, oh, the more things change, the more it stays the same. I saw a lot of women and dudes posted up on the wall in this fucking movie and shit. They ain't on a goddamn dance floor.
I would think there are more people posted up back then than they are now. But it's really hard to, I don't know.
But I mean, it felt very 90s and stuff.
Also,
it was that.
Also, something else I want to point out about the 90s club scene is, I don't care how anybody wants to slice it. The 90s was a colorful ass decade, wasn't it?
There was no way getting around it, man.
It was like a box of Crayola, like literally just jizzed all over everything.
it was one of those weird times because what happened was we brought it up most recently. The 80s were brown as hell, and then like the last 3 years it got like pink all of a sudden. So it's like the 90s had this weird blend into that, yeah.
The colors you are referring to is magenta and
magenta. Yes, magenta, teal, neon pink, hot pink, and fuchsia, not fuchsia. It won't be fuchsia. No, oh God, I forgot the name of that color. But whatever. The point is, it did kind of like have all these bright colors that popped in the 90s. You know what I mean? And then I don't know, lugs came out and everything had to be red, blue, and black. So
I mean, it's like that whole, but like that whole angle with their relationship is very, like I said, this whole movie is very cut and dry. Like clearly he likes her. He has that turning point, like I said earlier on, when I mentioned the fact that he like literally leaves his girl in the middle of a party and stuff, which is fucking hilarious because he's like, come on, man, let's get out of here. He's like, he looks at her. Yeah, I'm sorry. And it bounces right. And she did the same again. She's already controlling it. She's looking at him like, get back here. I'm going to count to 3. Come back here. 1, 2, 3. Nothing.
When I heard the tires squeal away, I was done.
And her girlfriend's in the background looking at her like, like you don't have control of your boyfriend, like you told us at that dinner table. Well,
well, you did. You did say, I don't really love him. We just have a good partnership. And I said this in the group chat, y'all. That shit only works in Asia.
Yeah, it really does. It really only works in Asia.
It only works in Asia. That does not work in America unless the both of you know for a fact from the beginning, like off the rip, that this is an arrangement.
I mean, also there are chicks that be throwing that shit up online, men and women alike on Twitter all the time. Like, I don't really like them, but you know, we just vibe together. I'm like, good luck.
I love them. I love them, man. Because
I'm sorry. We just vibe together. That shit can only last but so long.
Before
one of you motherfuckers is gonna be saying,
what I hate about that.
No. Before one of you motherfuckers be saying, so what are we?
Man, listen.
Exactly.
I'm like, we was vibing until you asked that damn.
I mean, that was Wayman in a nutshell, anyway.
I hate the people that always say, like, we just be vibing. I'm thinking to myself, no, married people supposed to say that.
Relationship people that are boyfriend girlfriend,
people that been boyfriend girlfriend for a while. Nah, man, we just out here vibing, chilling. You know what I'm saying, man? So what is she? You? I mean, she. I mean, look, no. Hey, stop laughing though. Nah, let me talk. That's how they go.
That would be perfect time. That would be perfect time for Eris to bust out that T-Pain shit, saying the same as that thing.
I love Eris. Look, Eris is cracking up because every nigga that know they bullshit, when they get approached with that, it's always this weird shuffle.
That's just to say,
hey, no, why y'all laughing at me? Why y'all clowning me though?
Hey,
nah, I don't even look. This is when you know they fucked up because when the laughter dies down, I don't even feel like telling y'all that. Nah, y'all don't respect me, man. So nah, bro. It's like, here's me.
Like, what you talking about? Us not respecting you? Like, I mean, we just asked you simply, like, what are y'all?
And
the first thing, nigga, the first thing you did was fucking laugh.
It's like, you don't respect me. I'm like, I mean, you don't respect yourself, so you know.
That's like y'all coming up to me and saying, so did you really make that song? Yeah, about that.
Nah. Oh, I'm sorry, girl that's saying, yeah, I know that's how they be doing. No, when you approach the girl, so what are y'all? I mean, we just be chilling. No, we just we just cool. No, we don't be thinking. No,
I have a hard time.
We don't. Do you do you let him touch you? I mean, what is like touching? So like when they do that, it's like, okay,
you're done. You're dead in the water.
See, I have a hard time. I have a very, very hard time believing that one, and the reason is because the only person that ever asks, "So what are we?" 9 times out of 10 is the woman.
Yeah, when a guy tells you
now,
that means he's done playing.
Yeah, that's usually what that case is. But when you have an outside party asking the woman, so what are y'all? D, you are on point.
That is, it's usually either like
it's always a third party
because I always see this because it's either like that whole little dodge around or it's like I wish he can tell me. Ooh, because when a black woman says that, I wish he can tell me what are we? Because I done asked that nigga like 5 times.
I mean, the only time I would ever ask that is if all of a sudden I get like multiple women sniffing behind me and shit, and then it's like, all right, let me go ahead and see where I sit at in this situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Where am I
at this table, man? Before I even say anything or do anything,
it's like before I stick and move out here. Let me go ahead and see where I sit at here. Then I'll move.
Before all of 6'4" Chris decides to do the po juke.
Oh, I tell you this. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy for telling me this. But he was like, "Yo, girl was like if your girl's girlfriend or the girl you like, whatever, if the girl you like or the girl you just started dating, if their girlfriend come up to you and not in the cute way, so when you started dating, if they do this, so like what is it about her that you like though? That's a red flag, bro. That is a red.
That's someone that's about ready to. That's the girlfriend about to fuck that relationship.
That's what I'm saying. That's either the girlfriend that's about to fuck it up, or that's the best friend. Like, okay, I'm gonna let you know right now, she don't do good with men like that. So,
Rod.
It's best that you leave, my brother. Yes,
guy.
It is.
Hey, it's like
no, she'll be fine. No, you can leave her. Don't even call her back. She'll be fine.
Listen, D, for the guy in that situation, bro, if you do not pull that damn ripcord and eject out of that bitch.
Actually, it's like that part in The Incredibles where Mr. Incredible was telling that chick in the insurance office, I'm not going to tell you to go to this place, but I will tell you to do this.
That is exactly how that
It's the funniest shit ever. She's like, okay.
Like this.
Bro, I like how fast he wrote down the information.
No. He's like, 5, and he was telling her to pick up the pen. She's like, oh. Oh, no, but anytime a girl she's like, no, what is you doing with her? Like when she says that to you, that's like, yo, that is every red flag because she's about to tell you something nasty that she did. At that time, it's an option if you stay. And the following day, as they're having wine and crying over you breaking up with her, she's like, "I don't know why he left you, girl.
Her being the damn cause.
I know, right? I mean, that nigga sorry as shit. Yeah, go to the bathroom, girl. We wait. You know, I talked to that nigga, right? She can't be doing this. She got to fuck it up for like some other girl. That dude was too good for her.
Dude, that's what the other girlfriend looks at her and says, like, girl, you ain't shit.
Look.
You get that one. It's that one girl who doesn't always side with her on that bullshit. So she's like, "Girl, you ain't shit."
But I love you.
Look, you like this. So if I didn't say nothing, you would still be with Darnell and him going upside your head, right? Yeah,
don't matter.
Think before you talk back.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up.
Mama hand for a reason.
Wait a minute.
Bitch.
Gaddafi. Hold on, Gaddafi. You're saying so, Gaddafi. You're telling me. You've been the one that's always asking, "What are we?" How long in that relationship were you?
You poor sweet soul.
Thank you, Chris. I just want to know how long of the fucking around did you put up with before you decided to ask that question? Better yet, why was it always you asking that question?
Better yet, why I see a GoldenEye reference up here on your comments. I'm kind of confused.
No, never mind that. Dude.
I know. I didn't play.
But anyways,
hold up. He says, "What about the same?" He said, "What about when that same girl keeps that one jealous ex?" Gaddafi, in that case, my nigga, if you do not, no, yes, thank you, Chris. Personal problem, but my dude, if you do not ninja vanish your ass out of that situation,
no, it becomes a
at that point,
situation.
At that point, my dog, you just stupid for sticking around.
Look, there's a saying that Deion Sanders always said, like, Deion, why did you tackle that person? He said, "Oh, that's a business decision." Sir, what I'm trying to say is that we have business decisions all the time in our life, and you have to think: are you going to go into business and do such thing? Because if you do so, you're going to have to reap the consequences.
But nah, like
wait. I'm sorry.
15 months at most.
No, wait. Hold on, Chris. I got this because he's atting me on this shit. So let me.
I know, right?
Okay, so 15 months at most. My nigga, those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump them up, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Done.
No, I'm serious. Those really are rookie numbers. I mean,
gotta pump them numbers up, buddy.
You really do.
Nah, but like the whole thing with Bobby is that he's trying to get into the trainee brokerage program, which basically they're working at a brokerage firm.
To be investment brokers.
Yeah, you know, back when real estate was the most popping thing, you can rake in so much money. Today,
I mean, you kind of had to, Chris, because let's think about it. Remember, this is
91.
This is 1991, and the what was it? Wall Street. Wall Street went under pretty hard.
Yeah, till Clinton came in 92 and, you know, started getting improving and stuff. Yeah, but 91, yeah, it was looking pretty rough. It was looking very touch and go, you know, and like that's the whole thing is like if Wayman can get Bobby into the trainer brokerage program, the whole process, he's getting these black investors on board with basically he's friends with them, but also at the same time helping Natalie get her whole thing, but also getting them as part of their investment for their brokerage firm. Because again, they're a big black business and stuff, and which you think back then, that was a huge deal. You know, a big black brokerage firm that's like part of another. That was a huge deal.
The Harlem National Bank?
Yeah, the Harlem National Bank. I feel like an asshole laughing at that because I mean, even though it's not supposed to be funny because, you know, hey, black, you know, it's
black business, man.
Black business and stuff. It's just funny. That's the name to it. It's like, it's the most blackest shit you can ever think of. It's like the Harlem National Bank. And I was like, that's pretty generic, but it works. Sure.
But you know, the other thing I also liked about this movie when it came to the whole, investment planning stages and stuff and trying to break the deal. Mm-hmm. They do this in every movie, especially in the 90s and the 80s. Why does it always have to be with the Japanese? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm like, Hollywood, why is that your go-to customer for real estate?
Gotta have dinner with Mr. Miyagi at this restaurant. That's literally a Benihana's basically.
What I do enjoy about these scenes is
even I Got the Hookup did that shit.
Exactly. But what I really enjoyed was they legit used actual Japanese actors to play the businessman. I was like, okay, these guys are actually Japanese.
But it is kind of like
you didn't get a whole bunch of South Koreans and dress them up like Japanese.
I know, it's just kind of funny because David is the guy that he's plotting against Wayman and he's racist and like it's like the most diet racist white guy where it's like he ain't gonna call you a nigga, but he don't really like black people too much. You know?
Doesn't really side with affirmative action.
First of all, he won't call you a nigga because the movie will not allow him to say the word nigga. He will only get the first 3 letters out just before getting decked
by Tommy Davidson, just like bow, you know.
Well, no, wasn't Tommy Davidson. If you notice behind you, Chris, the brother holding his fist, it would be Wayman that would deliver said punch.
This is true. You know, Wayman also, this whole movie is starting to develop a backbone because, you know, straight-laced guy that doesn't have a backbone finally develops a backbone.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's really, really keep this real, sir. Once you've had sex with Halle Berry, you've leveled up. It's like a whole RPG where you've like your dexterity increased by 50, your attack power increased.
No, he ain't lying. That's
like you get plus 80 on attack, plus 100 on defense.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, that's every movie.
Charisma is plus 200. Remember, this is 1991 Halle Berry. All right.
Also, let's not forget. He's now have a hood pass.
Yeah, he get the hood pass because he wears the dope ass '90s gear with the
That's the hilarious part about it for me is because I know who knowing who the type of woman Halle Berry was at that time and seeing her in this movie is like, y'all don't know who Halle Berry is, do you?
Yeah, Halle Berry in the '90s, David Justice, and all that shit that was happening and stuff. She was still.
You want to talk about a white black woman?
She was and I mean, it didn't do her any favors that she was doing roles where white Hollywood was throwing her as the ambiguous, mixed woman, and she was also.
No, wait, Chris, you got that wrong. She is ambiguously brown woman.
Ambiguously brown woman, but she was also personally trying to figure herself out. Like where did she sit out? Where did she sit at in Black Hollywood? We as Black people did fuck with her. Like, I never understood. But I think maybe she never at that time thought that possibly.
I never understood
that.
Which
is kind of impossible.
She was in like 3, what you would say, at least 3. I want to say 3, but she was in a black classic. You was in fucking on Boomerang. Here's
right after this too.
That's what I'm saying. And if you feel like you weren't hood enough, I'm just going to be very, very real with you. Eartha Kitt left America and left Black people behind. And when her ass came back from France, we still act like she never left the hood. So you're probably fine. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, but here's the thing. Here's the thing also. And this is something just to put in your mind, especially for everybody that didn't live around during that time. In the 90s, there was this resurgence of being proud to be Black again. Black people were realizing that the crack era was destroying us. There was a lot of us that were actually coming over the hump of being in poverty or being in whatever, and a lot of us had for the first time ever. And on top of that, we just mentioned them. I don't give a fuck what you think, and I don't give a fuck what y'all say. We all did. Bill Cosby was a fucking hero to all of us. We saw what he had on television. We was like, we got to have that. Black people started to obtain that. So this was this weird time in Black history where if you did that yuppie bullshit, we will check you out on that shit, and you got to realize you still Black, no matter how corny you are and all the rest of that. That's what it kind of really plus down to me. Also, because we've seen people that did that same thing and were considered cool. A good example is actually Queen Latifah on Living Single. I don't give a fuck what you say. That bitch, half her shit was about white women in that damn magazine. You know,
Flavor magazine.
But the point is, also live in that type of society. You're not no longer Black. You're white people.
But D, just like you were talking about with the, with the crack epidemic, and we were seeing all of this positivity coming out. I mean, come on, as kids, we had you two had the best thing that could ever be thrown at you.
What, the DARE program?
No, nigga, I was in that. I'm talking about before that. When you don't say no, so when you say no to drugs, what do you say yes to? You say yes to education. You say yes to, I do not know the rest of that shit because I was never taught that.
There were so many different ones. And Eric, you know what I call that? Good old Nancy Reagan propaganda.
I mean, and the kicker about all this,
niggers would just stop doing your cocaine, you might do something.
and the kicker about all this, because Gaddafi brings up a good point. Radar Chong was another one of those like women that was mixed in. She was figuring shit out, and again, she was in the '80s when it was like she was the it girl of the ¡80s.
And you also got to realize she was Canadian too. She wasn't American.
Canadian.
So, let me tell you something. After her one role. That role in Commando, she did one scene with Arnold Schwarzenegger that was left on the cutting room floor and has not answered calls since.
I mean, think about everything Ray Dawn Chong did, and then once it transitioned to the '90s, it's like, all right, tag it another ambiguous brown skinned woman. All right, Halle Berry, you're up.
And that's the funny thing when you look at Holly. Remember we just said Sam Rockwell and Sam Jackson had no idea where their career was going at this point. Well, let me just put a
Sam had Spike Lee a little bit,
but let's put a bigger one on that. Holly had zero idea what she was.
This is her first movie that she actually had top billing.
Exactly,
because Jungle Fever, it was a bit role.
Yeah, it was a bit role. Yeah,
but this one was like she's at the front and center with Tommy Davidson and Joseph C. Phillips. She's top billing. I mean, you're the face.
She has no idea. And just so you know, no idea that she's on her way of getting an Academy Award.
Just so you know that she was definitely in top billing. CJ, go to our 3VG group chat, and I need you to blow this picture up for me, please.
like to me, what's really just kills me about it is that she she wasn't like I don't think nobody saw where she was going to be. You know what I mean? How big she was going to get, man. And all because I wouldn't say she got topless, but
I mean,
I
swordfish
know
is what put it over
if
the
you
top.
notice though, but if you notice though, white men thought she was attractive. And that's what really changed a lot of that
Bum,
shit.
bum,
Not to
bum.
mention that white men thought they had a chance with her ever since Monsters Ball.
Yeah, because
Blame Billy Bob on that one.
I gotta be honest with you. D, yes, you watch porn. Yes, so rate that scene. Billy Bob throw her back out, but real talk, ill. I'm all right.
Ew. No, it's almost like the fucking shit from fucking Suicide Squad. Oh, bollocks, my ex is here. Ew, you fucked Harley? No. It's like King Shark.
King Shark. I like how King Shark winked like, yeah, baby.
The fact that she said ill to fucking Harley, though, I was like, God damn, Harley's fucking box that bad? God damn.
I wouldn't say the box. No. I wouldn't say the box is bad. It's more like
the consequences of said box.
The consequences. Yeah, the consequences of said box. Okay, now I want to introduce you guys to Exhibit A here. So this is this is what VHS films looked like back in the day. Even though this is DVD,
that was the front cover, and that was the back cover. Yep,
that was the front and back cover on the VHS.
Even though it's DVD, that was the front and back.
Now the funny thing is, this picture was, at least the front side, actually had the synopsis right under Halle Berry's name.
Yep, I remember that.
And I mean, come on, take one look at this. Take one look at this cover and tell me, does this even tell you what this movie is even about?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Not a damn thing.
I just know.
Up and down.
I mean, knowing what I know about movies.
What grade level advertising are we giving this?
Boy, this is during that time you can tell that Warner Bros. Is like, for the love of God, we gave you the money. I don't care how you do it.
I'm just saying, like, this is one of those situations that this is the type of cover that you see on Netflix right now with a lot of these direct to DVD love stories and stuff.
That's what this actually,
like, if this movie came out now, this would be on Netflix. Dead serious. It goes straight to Netflix.
It would go straight to Netflix. Yes, it would go straight to Netflix. But no, I really want to know, like,
it doesn't tell you no story though, other than
this cover tells you nothing. This
other than
a lot of movies
Tommy
like
Davidson looking like the hip young guy and uptight black dude and hot ass brown skinned woman.
Now let me.
No. There's a fine looking sassy mama right there.
Now let me. Consider how Joe Phillips over here is barely in the picture.
It's like, hey guy. Now, if I was really just somebody watching it,
than anybody in this, he got more lines than the other two people in this movie combined. But he has the smallest picture by frame.
Now, if I were to assume, I would assume Tommy Davidson is trying to get with Halle Berry, and Joseph C. Phillips is his uptight best friend. That's trying to keep him straight in line so he don't fuck up that relationship. If I was really, if I never saw the movie, I would assume the opposite, where Tommy Davidson was trying to hook up with Halle Berry.
Actually, you know what I think it is? When I see the word strictly business, I think to myself, so I guess they got a business together. He's the straight laced one. Tommy is the one that gets all the shenanigans.
Like Malcolm
and they
and
got a girl that does like girl stuff around them. It's got to be funny. That's what I don't know.
Nah, for me, I would look at this and I would go, okay, so what black Skinamax film is this?
First off,
ew, because I gotta think of Tommy Davidson going behind a woman. So thank you for that, Eris.
I'm just saying you got to freaking you got the two Tom Halle Berry thing going on, and
I don't get porn. I don't get porn vibes from it personally. That's just
it's not porn vibes, but it's just the title.
Not even Skinamax.
I got bad movie vibes from this.
Or you can say bad movie.
I just get bad. It's 3 p.m. on a Sunday, and there are the biggest football games. Look, the biggest football games of the weekend are going on at that time. You're showing nothing.
Wait a minute. Gaddafi just said something interesting. Hold on. Let me respond to this. Red Shoe Diaries.
No,
D. Let me respond to this. Red Shoe Diaries. Too classy. Anyway, no. Wait. No, Chris, I'm sorry. Go back, because I want to point out something else.
They're gonna say real sex 46.
Wait, put it back up, Chris.
I'll put it back up. But D just said that shit. I'm like, God damn it.
So
it looks like she's banging both guys in that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 2 guys, a girl, in a pizza place, but black.
This is exactly what I'm saying. No. All right, now let's look at example B here. The backside of this. This was such a thing in the 90s. The bottom half of the cover here, you notice that we're getting a whole bunch of random images from the movie just thrown in at the bottom. Like, okay, there's Sam Jackson, and there's the girlfriend that he's obviously going to break up with. Like, why didn't movies do this?
Because they didn't have. Because unlike movies now, they do like B-roll where they get like another perspective of the same scene to where it looks like it's different than what you're going to see in an actual movie.
My favorite my other favorite bit about this is do you love the production stills?
Yeah. That's all it really is. I mean,
shots of them clearly they never did this in the movie.
And these DVD fucking releases just kind of piss me off because I'm a sucker for extras, and I'm like, you mean to tell me you don't have at least one HBO behind the scenes extra you couldn't throw in here? Like
a video, LL Cool J Strictly Business.
Not just something where we see, because I'm a sucker for those kind of things where it's like I like hearing the cast talk about the movie and kind of, just because.
I get you. I
understand. I understand where you're coming from, CJ, because you want to know something. This is how you knew that this movie sat in the bargain bin. When the special features is really
$5 bin at Walmart.
When you look at the special features, is nothing more than the trailer and the subtitles. That's the special features.
Fun fact.
This was bargain bin.
Fun fact. We sold this shit
for that speaks a different language. Watch this movie.
Fun fact. We sold this shit for $10.95 at the video store. People bought it.
Fuck you.
People bought it. People bought it.
I believe it though.
I mean, it's just one of those things where if you don't know anybody, I mean, it's like, do you want to go to Walmart, deal with all the people's bullshit, digging through a fucking bin for one goddamn movie, or do you go to the video store down the street and it's right there on the shelf, you just get it and go? Like,
let's keep in mind. Sometimes you dig through that bargain bin at Walmart, you find some gold.
Sometimes I don't want to deal with people, so
I don't blame you.
So it's just funny, just like $10.95 for that, and it's like, some people don't care because it's one of those movies that you ain't going to be able to get access to, because even now, I don't know if you can actually readily buy it off Amazon like that and stuff. Maybe you can.
No, you can. This shit is readily available.
The biggest takeaway I'm taking from this picture is that
Gene Siskel liked it.
No. Is just on some real shit.
He just said that shit the quickest. No, that white man's viewpoint does mean nothing to me. I gotta be honest with you.
As much as I do respect Gene Siskel because he's one of the reasons why I'm here right now, on some real shit. You're not Roger. Roger Ebert. He has never led me wrong. I have his kind of viewpoint when it comes to movies sometimes. So it's like, yeah, you would, Gene. Anyway, but for
I
me,
love the blacks.
The biggest takeaway I'm taking from all of this is something.
I know he's dead. I don't want to put that on.
Here's Roger. At least you're not fucking a black like I am. Wait a minute. That don't sound right. Whatever. I'm sticking with that.
Don't put that on there.
The one big takeaway I'm taking though from this whole thing is this. I really don't know what constitute as a nice ass in the 90s. I just don't.
I mean, think about it. Like, no, you're right.
And you know what I'm thinking to myself? Like, well, do you take off them little tight ass 90s ass jeans and let the fat kind of like, no.
Halle Berry never got an ass till Swordfish.
Slender.
She never got an ass till Swordfish.
Even then, that one I asked.
No, but you could tell. You could tell it was still a little bit of an upgrade because you could tell.
See, first of all, D, you wrong. See, Halle Berry had good 2001 ass.
Okay, all right, I will agree with
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yes,
For 2001 Swordfish, it was like, all right, it's an improvement over Boomerang era where you were wearing frumpy clothing, Afro clothing and stuff. So,
and you're probably telling yourself like, well, D, you grew up in the 80s, you grew up in the 90s, you're supposed to know this. I'm just going to be real with you. This is what happens when you live through the steroid era when it comes to asses. You don't know what's real. You don't know.
But the ironic part about it is that Sir Mix-a-Lot said the same thing when he did the
butt song. That's
the
what
butt
you were about
song.
to say. The big booty song.
Anaconda.
No, I like big butts. Don't say Anaconda. Anaconda was Nicki Minaj.
I know, but like he said
Fuck
it was
you.
funny
That's
because
my whole song too, by the way.
But it was funny. But it was funny too because even he was saying like you look at chicks like Halle Berry and stuff, they had more ass than white chicks at that time.
Yep.
It's just what it was.
All it took was just that
curve.
No, not even the curve. It has to be like a full 3 centimeters of curvature around that circumference. Okay.
Yeah, that's all it really was.
Also, speaking of asses, Chris, can you upload this one, please? When did this happen in the movie?
It did not happen in the movie. No, it did happen in the movie, but it was in a different perspective.
Was that a fantasy or something?
No. It happened in the movie, but it was in a different perspective.
Okay, Eris. Now, when we're talking about curvature, now let's stop at this still right here. You're right. Holly, I'm sorry. Your mama did that to you. Anyway.
She has some small cakes. That's about it.
I'm pretty sure she did. It's just that, like I said, since we live in the steroid era right now, I don't know what's a real juicy ass anymore.
I also have to be real.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Also have to be real too. We're talking about the body. Let's talk about hair for a second. We all grew up in families and stuff, right? My mom never got this type of hairstyle, from what I remember. I had a lot of aunts.
My mom didn't
tried,
but I had aunts that did.
Or did she go Tony Braxton short?
My mom didn't. No.
Okay, so I had aunts that tried to do this and the Tony Braxton short. I'm gonna say this like anything else. Some women can pull that off. Some women can't. I feel Halle, for whatever reason, was able to fucking keep this short hair and ride with it. It was weird too because, like, I remember when Jada Pinkett went like ridiculously short.
Speaking of a bad nebulous ass fucking DVD cover, whoa. It doesn't tell you nothing.
No, it doesn't.
Which also starred Tommy Davidson.
Other than that horrible ass wig.
Oh my God, Tommy Davidson! They had a really, really good trans joke.
I said it. Hey, let me ask y'all guys a quick question though. Which was the worst Jada Pinkett wig? Nutty Professor or wig?
I do believe I asked this question before.
Ooh. Maybe you did. If you did,
I did. I have.
No, Eric. You just claimed, and you're right. That Nutty Professor wig is like top.
Yeah, I think I did say Nutty Professor. I did say Nutty Professor is top.
But
yeah,
no,
right.
we never compared
the Nutty Professor one. Listen. Quote Jada Kiss. That Nutty Professor is top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 dead or alive.
That's blatant.
Woo was a bad one. That was a bad wig.
Like people talk about fucking Tyler Perry wigs. I'm like, guys,
bad haircut, bro.
I was like, people mock fucking Tyler Perry wigs. Oh, they're bad, but it's like, nah, bro. 90s.
Have you seen the 90s? Yo, I love Paula Jai Parker. She got at least 2 hairstyles.
The one in
one in Sprung.
The one in Sprung that guy Tori fucked her out of, basically.
Which was okay.
That's a toxic couple that live for each other. They were made for each other.
Don't you dare bring up Joe Torre actually making me successfly laugh ever. Don't you dare. I don't like that.
Joe Torre was every black dude that fucked a chick like Paula Jai Parker. It was just like, yeah, your box is mid. I
just love the fact that Paula flipped this nigga over and started fucking him. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I ain't gonna lie. To this day, I clutch my pearls a little bit at that. I'm like,
oh, because I'm gonna be real. Paula Jai Parker's a Leo. Oh, she'll do that to you.
No, at that point, you do that to me, I'm just gonna leave the room and I'm just not gonna see you again.
No, you're just gonna do that out there. No, don't fake Chris. You're gonna do the Eddie Murphy. Just
no, it really is. It's just like
bring up your blanket and just cover yourself. Oh my God, man.
No, but like the thing of it is too, we airs before you got back on the camera. We were just talking about how obvious the black bank is the Harlem National Bank. I was like, this is the most obvious.
Hey, gentlemen, listen, I have no shame whatsoever.
What?
I really have no shame since you brought it up.
What?
I mean, we're not knocking you for that. I mean, we ain't knocking you for that. I mean, the movie is goofy as shit anyway.
And some people already know by listening to a couple of episodes of Damn, and I stand by it. Oh.
That movie, you know what? That movie,
I kick it down the road purposely.
No, D, I know you kick it down. I know you kick it down the road, but meanwhile, I'm sitting over here staring at the camera going, if you want me to be full,
shut up.
I'll be full.
No, but it's like, I like how these black brothers behind me, you know, in the picture and stuff, they represent the bank. And like to Sue's point,
Bank of Harlem.
The first bank of Harlem. And I like how they brought up like basically the low key, like, this is some racist shit. He's like, yeah, we've been trying to call your brokerage firm, but apparently they don't want to talk to us and shit. And I was like, God damn, like, okay, shit.
Okay, yeah, that is partially true. Because black banks, when they wanted to do business like that, they will go. They still to this day
they will go up to the place
like that. They got to actually go up to the place because white people don't think they're serious about. I'm sorry, you have money that you're holding for people.
Why didn't you say so? Bring it in there.
Bank? Are you serious? Hold on one second, Wendy. Yeah, they're the bankers. Yeah, I didn't know that black people were allowed to do that. Okay. So all right, let me get my boss.
It's like they smell like Irish Springs and Brute. It's crazy.
All right, first off, Eris. I mean, not Eris, Chris. Brute. Yeah.
I mean, old people and Brute is like a synonymous thing for me, honestly.
Old people in English leather. No, those are old deacons in the church. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. But, the thing that gets me, though, was like, I like the line that they dropped in when he said, like, yeah, he's spending all his time in Harlem. Tell him that gentrification is not going to work. I live in 2021. Yeah, it wins.
Gentrification won.
There's only like 4 blocks in Harlem that are still black. And I think they're obligated by the state to still be black.
Everybody's looking at D like, who are you again? Oh, I'm friends with Bobby. You know, me and him hung out the other night. Bobby, like,
motherfucker.
Hey, look, Bobby and them.
Bobby, I hate how black people. I like how that's universal with black people and them. That is so universally black.
But I appreciate, if there's one thing I could say is a very long-standing thing that we as black people do when we ain't trying to be jealous and stuff, we will put on somebody on. So I did like the fact that Wayman was like, all right, this man hooked me up with this chick that I like. I'm going to put him on and we're going to be business partners and we're going to do this. And I thought that was actually pretty dope. I ain't going to lie.
That's how it's supposed to be done, honestly.
Like, I'll bring you on. You smart.
My man was trying to get the girl. See, but it wasn't even just him introducing me to her. My man put me through, the clothes, the style, the attitude, the entire, like, he literally
swagger.
He literally brought me
part of his life, man.
Not just a part of his life, nigga. He brought me into his world. I'm seeing this whole side of the world that I've never seen before. That up until 2 days ago, these 2 white guys was saying, "Hey, Wayman, have you even been to Harlem?"
Well,
okay. Oh my God, yo, let me get something off my chest. This is actually more my dad speaking on this one. My dad, who has lived in this city since 1979, had to have a white person approach him in 2005 saying, "You never been there, Mr. Shaw?" Wow, I know more DC than you. My dad, where did you come from? Staffordshire. I thought so. Shut up.
Now, see, if they ever said to him, they're like, Mr. Shaw, you ever been to Berry Farms?
I know where the farms are.
Farms.
I want to point something out here. Speaking of white folks, this is a story.
If you're ever in a car with a white person that successfully drives through Anacostia, they think they won a gold freaking trophy in a PlayStation game. Like, yo, just going down Alabama Avenue, nigga.
I'm gonna say this. Let me tell you about 1992. We were driving home No, actually, no. We were driving to one of my friend's place. My mom's friend, she lived up in Northwest and stuff, but we were on Suitland Parkway. Mm-hmm. White dude apparently was lost in fucking Barry's farm because my dad saw him take a circle. He looked like the white dude from fucking Men's Society that was helping out Clarence Williams, like the mustache and all, right? It's weird that I remember things like that very vividly. My dad immediately was like, this white dude does not belong here. Understand, folks, it's 92. There ain't no gentrification in the area yet. So
not yet.
You see a white person in that area.
Either he a cop or he's trying to get motherfucking crack. One of the two.
He clearly was lost because
you need to be there.
He was clearly lost because he was trying to get to Virginia. He was trying to get. I think he was trying to cut through South Capitol Street. He was trying to cut through South Capitol Street. Took a wrong turn.
You picked a dumb route.
Can I point out something, by the way? That route that you're trying to go, like you said, they drive to that one part of Anacostia and won a gold trophy, right? What about the ones that think that they drive past the trap and think that they've accomplished something? But hold on, D. No, wait, D, hold on. Let me finish. They drive past the trap, but you're right there with them, and you don't have the heart to tell them that, nigga, you didn't drive past the trap. You drove past a trap outpost.
The trap outpost.
I mean, but like
that's where all the birdies stay on the corners and give out weed.
But I just remember
where they give out the free sample.
Like, hey, look, white folks, if you wanna say if you want to use crows the right way, just show a bunch of crows at a liquor store. Trust me, black people will know all the, like, I get it.
But guys, this is where it gets funny.
No, D, it's the free sample purple tops.
But here's the thing. This is where it gets funny. My dad was showing them, and the guy was very confused. And this is where my dad does what I do. He's like, you know what? Follow me. Because that's what my dad is like. He had paper because, again, there ain't no computers, folks. You had to get us some pen and paper and write some shit down.
Back in our day, we had to write by government.
So at this point,
cursive.
So at this point, the guy was very confused. He looked like he was out of sorts because, again, he's a white guy. He's nervous as shit because this is the fucking hood. So at this point, my dad was like, you know what? Follow us. He followed us, and as soon as I guess the guy saw 395 Virginia, he was like, thanks.
Sustenance.
Which I don't blame him. You see, think about it. You see 395. You used to see Virginia Pentagon. You're like, oh fuck, yes, thank you, thank God.
This is time for you to really make fun of 1992.
I can see him saying it as soon as he saw the exit. Oh, thank
God. No. That was to make it perfect. Just imagine you that white guy who's like, God, I found it. 395. And as you're driving, just slowly hear the go-go disappearing in the back.
As you cross the 14th Street Bridge.
Woo!
No, you slowly hear you slowly hear the go-go disappearing. Like it sounds like someone's turning the fader down on the go-go music. And the aroma of Ben's chili bowl is no longer there.
And then as you hit that sign that's for National Airport, not Reagan National Airport, all of a sudden you hear the sweet sudden sounds of Jewel playing on the radio.
Yes.
You've entered Arlington, Virginia.
No, dude, CJ, you know how bad it is. It's like you hear the static in your freaking FM station. Like it automatically goes from 95.5 into
92Q.
I was gonna say
92Q.
No, not 92Q, CJ. The thing is back in the day, it translates into Z104.
Yeah, Z104.
Just think about it. Put it this way: it goes from here.
I swear to God, that is so vivid in my head. That guy was just like.
Speaking of which, we was at BlurredCon. I was filming as you was playing that song. This on some real shit. Mm-hmm. Only half of the people respected it. I ain't like that. I ain't like that personally, man. If I had the hammer, I would have did.
Hey, man, listen. I cannot be held responsible for what these Zoomers can appreciate.
What you talking about, nigga? All them niggas dancing with our age.
When I'm on the ones and twos,
no, you're not. You're not going to talk DJ to me.
I am going to talk DJ. I am going to talk DJ, and you are going to accept it. So, as I said, when I'm on the ones and twos,
speaks in Laserhawk.
I scoff in my.
Let me tell you something, nigga. Look here, K Slay. Let me tell you something.
Another one.
First,
you know what? Real talk. I always look. I know DJ. I know Khaled is actually a successful DJ and all that, but he just comes off like a nigga that don't even have the program to be a DJ, doesn't it? It's like he doesn't like he's not really a DJ.
In his heart, he's a DJ.
He's just a producer with money.
In his heart, he's a DJ. In his
heart. No. You like this. See, that's where you wrong. In my heart, I'm a lion.
And what's a lion? A king.
Stop it, because that's the sick part is he would actually say that.
No. You let me finish, Chris. You didn't let me finish. See, like, what's a lion? A king. And as a king, I don't go down on my wife.
And I just got something else to say. My son, that means he's Simba. That means one day somebody gonna run over me. You know, just then my son gonna have to take over. And you know how that is, man.
So what you're saying is
look, like this. He's like, Khaled, what are you talking about? Tyler created a gay war, man. He Bama. Fuck.
So what you wait? So Khaled, what you're telling me is
D,
Khaled, what you're telling me is that your brother with the good hair, you know, the Stoney Jackson haircut, if you will, he's gonna come, he's gonna yeet your ass off a cliff and make your and cause your son, his nephew, to run away and never return. He takes over your spot, moves into your mansion, and yes, he will have sex with your wife.
No. When you said Stoney Jackson, why for whatever reason I see Edgerford with the same.
Speaking of yeeting, did you love how David got yeeted from his job when he sabotaged Wayman? Like the white boss is like finally grew a backbone. I was like, all right, David, I'm tired of your shit. You're fired.
I'm sorry. You mean there's a plot against a white man? I mean, there's a plot against a black man in this company? My God, there's a white man that's a part of 1%. How dare you?
Get out of here, David. Get
your
boxes.
ass out of here. No, this is my token. I mean, this is my friend.
Did you love the snappy comeback though? It's like, that's it, you're fired. You can't fire me because I quit.
I like how Gary was the one that blew the whistle, so he still kept his job.
Bro, Gary, first of all, Gary
Sam Rockwell did what every good white person do. I didn't do it. It was him.
No, yeah, no. Yes.
Immediate stitch. Like, it was him. I swear to God.
I'm not even bullshitting you. When you
let
look
me
at
tell you something. Let me tell you something. When Gary said, "Oh, you gonna take this up? You gonna take this up with the board, huh? Where you gonna tell him?" He knew right away he was fucked. He said, "What are you gonna tell him?" He says, "Listen, sir, I was the one that went in and changed all the projections. However, he told me to do it."
It's like, I ain't going down. He going down.
And I just gotta be real. If I was the CEO, okay, so both of you fired. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, D, you know, there was a line. I'm gonna assume. I'm totally making this up. There was a line that was completely cut out after he outed him out as the one that told him to do it. I guarantee Gary looked at him in the face and said, "Yeah, leave me in the middle of the city again."
I mean,
he let this nigga out right there on the on ramp. Imagine if you're on the on ramp. You know when you still see some of the ramp and you're not completely on the highway. Imagine getting dropped off on that edge right there with all these screaming ass cars going by.
That's like being dropped off at the shit in Baltimore before you hit the Inner Harbor on 95. That's the worst.
That's like being dropped off just as you're about to hit the Wilson Bridge,
nigga.
That look.
The only saving grace nowadays is that you got that walking pass, so you can just dive through the woods and get there. That's about it.
No, Chris. See, it's worse. You get dropped off at the front of the Wilson Bridge on the express side.
Oh shit, that's even worse.
Say, what, on the Virginia side?
That's even worse.
We're getting dropped off right there on that Virginia side of the Wilson Bridge.
Yeah,
that's even worse.
There is no land around you. There's not an island around you.
There's nothing. There is nothing there. I mean, you have to try to cross over the freaking guardrail and then cross 3 lanes of traffic.
Pull a Vin Diesel from fucking Fast 5 and just dive across the shit.
Hey, real talk. Shout outs to niggas that get this shit on the side of the road like that and still somehow, some way make it on the other side of the highway unscathed. Good for them. I never understand it.
I mean,
could it be me?
Those guys have played countless hours of Frogger.
No. One time I had to go to work for a meeting and come back, right? So I'm going down like 95 across the bridge. I see a guy walking towards the bridge. And he's on the right side. I don't think nothing of it. I just see him. I just notice him and drive off. As I'm coming back home, this motherfucker somehow, some way made it into the express lane and he's walking down the bridge. I don't know. Don't want to know. Don't care to know. It was a long day for him. That's all I know.
I mean, but like, it's just the whole ending is very much storybook. You know, Wayman gets the girl. He hooks up with the black business. They get the club for Natalie. And as you pointed out, D, so they split profits 50-50. That club's going under in about 10 years.
Wait. No, see, this is what I like to call in Wayne's World terms, the mega happy ending.
Oh yeah, very mega happy ending.
This is the mega happy ending.
Because what killed me about it was after they showed that that Mr. Tisdale is now a partner, that's when it should have faded to black and you were done. Everything else was a fantasy. Because if you look at it, they got the club. It's popping. Him and his girl. He's a big partners. He's a big celebrity there. Everybody knows him. Even Bobby's cool. And what happens? The ex-girlfriend shows up, and Bobby says, "Hit the bricks, toots." Ha ha ha. Holly Berry and this corny ass nigga kissed each other. The end. And I'm thinking to myself, this is.
Joe Phillips who
won the good ending? Who won the good ending? Yeah, like yo. Side
note: Joe Phillips does have that black conservative laugh, like ha 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 ha
ha. As if you couldn't tell that he had that laugh when Tommy Davidson was describing what sex with his ex-girlfriend.
I voted Reagan. Ha ha.
Bro, that is definitely the I voted Reagan laugh.
Laughs and conservative values. Well, I'm just telling you. Look.
Laugh said I purposely moved to the suburbs to stay away from Negroes.
He got frisky in the election of '91 and voted for Clinton because to change it up.
Laugh saying, "Look, I'm not saying I don't support the lives and the things that these players are doing, but once you kneel, that's when it becomes disrespect to the United States of America."
What we don't know is that Wayman and Natalie broke up, and then Natalie decided to take her services to working for Eddie Murphy at a marketing firm.
Laughs, Jesus. You really did connect Boomerang. It's
pretty easy to kind of transition that if you think
about it. It is actually.
So what you're telling me is that relationship between the two of them only lasted barely a year because
the second, and I mean the second because started hollering at some other black girl there, she got mad. And all of a sudden, y'all black dudes don't know how to treat me.
No, D, you're forgetting. She got mad, decided to take up Pan-Africanism and become an art teacher.
Okay.
I can see that.
I think it's getting to the point now where we really have to fucking do this movie. Good God.
I mean,
I'm sick of you.
But I just think overall, like the movie, it's one of those I can see how it's forgettable because, like I said, it's an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It goes by so quick. And like I said, the actors, they're doing what the materials provided for them and stuff. it's just, it reminds me of the black movies you see on Netflix nowadays and stuff. Just very simple movies. They know they have an audience for them because they're going to watch it because, hey.
Good example of it. It's not a movie now, but it's in that same realm of, I wouldn't say so much Harmless, where it's just in and out the other ear. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's Money Can't Buy Me Love. It's on that same level.
Money can't buy me love. Love doesn't cost a thing.
Yeah, love don't cost a thing.
No, Deliver Us from Eva. Actually, to be honest with you, Deliver Us from Eva is actually a really good movie. It's actually very underrated. Yeah, so I won't go there. Man. Yeah,
God, no, I'm thinking of other movies. Deliver Us from Eva.
But you know what I'm saying? That no, I know what you're saying. Where they're almost generic. You know what I mean?
Yes. I was saying that one. Deliver Us from Eva. She's All That. Love Don't Cost a Thing. There's another one that's like
there's quite a few of these rom-coms that are like that. A lot of, you know, in the
this is before everybody brings up Best Man, which was like late 90s, but nobody ever mentions like
Best
the early 90s.
But we said that Best Man.
But Best Man doesn't just but Best Man doesn't sit. No, I'm sorry. Best Man is not in that same category as
It's not though. Best Man.
No, but I'm saying in terms of people, like, I mean, people bring up Boomerang, obviously, and stuff, but like these type of movies that have black characters and stuff, nobody really like brings up to that degree.
No, because it was just like we had a lot of gaps where there wasn't movies of this caliber on that level. That's all. I think the reason why people say Boomerang and then they go to Best Man is because those are two of the best examples of good writing, good everything when it all comes to a head. Note that I said the first Best Man.
Yep.
The first one.
The first and only one that exists.
The first one that's only good.
No. See, don't even say that. You just say Best Man. The only movie that exists.
But I think it's also too.
I like this because Eric just hit the Vanessa Williams on the new Candyman.
No, there was something else I was going to mention.
I mean, because these are the movies. Because I mean, I think we said it best. Boomerang. It's like they took this movie and just did it better, and just kind of expounded on it and stuff.
Yeah,
like you know the black friendships and stuff. Halle Berry, just all these things they were able to expound on, and plus the all-star cast of other.
I like how Halle Berry herself was a thing. But the way you said that, Halle Berry.
Guys,
yeah, I know, right?
Guys, real quick, I definitely need to bring this up because we're not going to go through this podcast and not talk about. I would like to call, hey, Cannibal Ferox, Eat Your Heart Out soundtrack, the sexy jazz music that plays.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about that really, really? You talking about that really odd sex scene?
No, not the sex scene. No. I don't care about the sex scene.
That sex scene was odd. It's just odd. I ain't say it's bad.
It is, but no, I do not care. I don't care. It does nothing for me. The music, however, on the other hand, I'm like,
I will give you that, Eris, from that perspective. Yes, I will agree with you. There's a lot of that in this movie.
This was like great 91 sexy jazz. I'm like, this is the type of music that you hear at our black parents' house. That Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon when they clean in the house and all you hear is that level jazz.
I don't know. Music. Were you like me when you were waiting for the R&B to mix it with the jazz, and all of a sudden you hear this, "You can't stop the rain." Thank you. That's the jam right there.
No, that would only imply that the sex scene was going to go on longer than that. Like go on longer than that hard ass cut that we got.
I mean,
I just like how they came. I just liked how. Okay, there's one minor thing I did say about this movie. I liked how the more and more he hung out with Bobby, the more lady got.
Yeah.
And I laughed because it would be a fun if I would hear Kevin Hooks make this joke to himself as they were doing the movie. That if you notice, the more and more black he becomes, the more on CP time he becomes.
Yep.
I just laughed. I feel that was a joke between the director and the writer. He was like, don't even say shit. We just go and do that. Don't even say shit.
I mean, did you also like how he clearly said, "Hey, I'm choosing my day uno over my own girlfriend"?
Here's the funny thing. You try, because we're older now, and I know that's how Chris
didn't even say goodbye.
Me and Chris have become so open to everybody. So we like, okay. I understand you did that. So let's see it from the woman's perspective. And when you flip, at least in this movie, is like, nah, he did the right thing. He did it right.
I mean, son, when she said, you're gonna choose between me or this hood rat, this thug, if you're gonna go out with this. I'm sorry. I take one look at Tommy Davidson. That's your idea of what a thug looks like?
Let me tell you something.
I would really hate to see your idea of a fucking axe murderer.
Look, and I hope Tommy Davidson hear this too. Tommy, you from Silver Spring. Even by Silver Spring standards, you a bitch.
I mean, let's be real about this. Like I was thinking back. I was thinking back, and somebody brought up a list of movies that came out in '91. We really did have a diverse amount of movies and stuff, because you're talking like New Jack City came out in '91, right?
Yep, Black People Power.
Yeah, Black People Power. So you had that, 5 Heartbeats.
Black people with a lot of power and money.
Boys in the Hood. Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
It was a real movie. You know what I mean? It was real.
New Jack City, obviously. White Man Can't Jump.
Black Man Can't Jump. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Wayman's. Yeah, House Party was 90. Baby's Kids.
Baby's Kids was 92.
That was.
I thought 93. It was 91.
You know what? I'm thinking about the VHS releases.
Yeah, the VHS. Yeah, Baby's Kids was 91.
Sure, Baby's Kids was 91.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Robin Harris did die in
92.
Yeah, it was 92.
92.
Huh.
July 31st, 1992.
That was the theatrical release?
Yes, sir.
Why does it say 90? Somebody.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
But either which way, I mean, it was still there. But like I said, we were getting like those variety of movies and stuff. But I think so. I kind of have to walk back what I was mentioning earlier. I probably said offline about like the variety of movies that we were getting and stuff. Because
let me be real with you, Chris. You're still kind of right where you were standing.
I was gonna say you're on. Okay. You are on something, Chris. Because I got to ask. Out of all those movies, out of all those black movies that came out, how many people remember them?
That's the weird part about
Strictly Business is probably the only one I think people don't remember, just because it is very forgettable in the grand scheme.
And Baby's Kids only gets brought up in a cult sense. You know what I mean?
You want to know what Strictly Business is? Strictly Business, going off of the vibe and the theme and the location and shit. It's safe New Jack City.
I would say this, Chris. The reason why I also say that is this, because black people were also starting to make more media at that time. So by the time we got to the late 90s, a lot of them had established themselves in the late 80s and the early 90s of trying to get themselves in positions of power to at least put out stronger movies, have more control over it, and stuff like that. And on top of that, they lucked up that a lot of the movie studios was seeing value in black people for the first time ever. Let me make this very clear, and I think we kind of made this distinction at our panel. We only started technically getting black movies around that time. Like,
I'm looking at really it right now.
In the sense of what we think they are, we really started seeing black ran movies around about this time. You know what I mean?
I got a question.
It was just a different thing. That's all.
I got a question for you too. Considering how both of these movies came out in the exact same year, same settings, and different stories, of course, but same setting, same feels. Could you imagine this movie? Could you imagine this movie, Strictly Business, and New Jack City, if the directors were switched?
It would be terrible.
Mario Van Peebles would have probably put more emphasis on the love story angle than the actual subplot with him being this broker person, this black broker kind of thing.
Actually,
and stuff.
I also would think it'd be a lot more blacker.
Oh, it'd be black as shit.
Yeah, it would be a lot more blacker. That's what I'm just saying. Just imagine, if you will, just imagine Universe 7 like New Jack City and a Strictly Business.
I think
the directors just swapped.
If we swapped, I think New Jack City would be the through line would be there, but it wouldn't have that bite to it that Mario Van Peebles brought to it.
And I think it would have a different vibe because he would have to see the coke crack era differently than Mario Van Peebles. Mm-hmm. Also, there's one really big one. Mario Van Peebles, at this point, even though it don't mean a lot, he's black Hollywood royalty. Mm-hmm. So even though Mario Van Peebles' circle is this big, it's a powerful fucking circle. So he's going to have more resources, more actors willing to do shit with him than Kevin Hooks would. That's all. That's about it. That's the only difference.
Also, they would still have both of them would still share for the love of money.
That's a great way to end this podcast.
I'll say this though. Hey, if we're ending it though,
I like that.
If we're gonna end it though, let's see this though. I don't know the budget for the movie. I think the movie made $8 million total in its box office.
Touch your lip in like that. I don't know the budget
because I don't know the budget, but it's like the opening weekend. It's sad because number one was a holdover from the previous week, Curly Sue.
Curly Sue.
Yeah, John Belushi.
Wow.
Let's keep it a stack here, Chris. This movie only made its $7 million domestically. I don't even think it even got an international release.
Fuck no, it didn't. It barely got. It didn't get many theaters because I'm looking at it right now. It barely got like close to 900 theaters total. Barely. And dude, the fact that Highlander 2 had more theaters than you speaks volumes.
Yeah,
so yeah, Curly Sue, People Under the Stairs, Billy Bathgate, All I Want for Christmas, Little Man Tate, Highlander 2, Other People's Money, Strictly Business, House Party 2, and Frankie and Johnny number 10.
Yeah, this movie got destroyed.
Man. It had to have been cheap. It had to have been cheap. Ain't no way you could tell me it's anything more than that.
I'm gonna take like a real good power guess here. Budget $7 million sales. This movie's budget was at the very least. Let me account for everything that was in this movie. I'm gonna say $1.5 million.
I would probably say $3 million total.
Million? No.
I'm gonna say
this does not look like a $3 million movie. The only car.
How much it costs to make it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2.
I'm
$2 million sounds about right.
Two.
I'm still
2 at the very most.
I am still sticking with $1.5 million.
I mean, you can't cheap out on the price of the actors.
No.
I'm not. You're not cheaping them.
I'm sorry, you can't. This is Tommy Davidson's first role in a movie.
Tommy Davidson's first
role. He didn't
get
paid shit.
Halle Berry may have gotten top billing, but come on, nigga, she wasn't getting losing Isaiah.
John C. Phillips wasn't making it. Sam Jackson was still kind of like figuring things out. Sam's still trying to figure shit out because because Spike Lee's basically helping his career at that time still.
He's got Spike, but no, this is nothing. Like I said, you got Halle Berry in this. But as I just said, she's not getting that losing Isaiah money. All right.
No, not yet.
She didn't get paid in that one either. Holly technically didn't get paid until Swordfish. Seriously, I'm dead serious.
No, she didn't get a big payday till. Yeah, she never got a big payday till Swordfish.
Yeah, she always got her to pay. So you say not cheap out, especially with a black movie. Do you know?
Well, I don't know what I don't know what the SAG. I don't know what the SAG. I don't know what SAG minimum wage was. So like in my head, I'm thinking,
Let's put it this way, Chris. Ice-T only made about.
He made Peanuts on New Jack City.
Made about $30,000.
Okay,
he made about $30,000.
That's in 91. So that still goes a long way.
That's bullshit, Chris. No, don't do that. That still goes a long way.
No, but this is why I said that this movie honestly cost $1.5 million.
You right.
You and I both know 30,000 goes a long way in 91.
Chris, at that point when a lawyer gets to it, you start having
taxes and you're right.
Taxes, your management, your agent,
and let's not even include the fact that T was getting paid doing just regular rapping that he was with this.
Yep.
So
he got paid more than the soundtrack on it.
He didn't get paid until Tank Girl came along. He's like, man, I ain't dressing like no fucking kangaroo. We give you $2 million. Shit.
And that's why that movie went bankrupt because nobody watched that bullshit.
I feel like Ice-T and somebody, Ice-T and that whole makeup department is to blame for that movie.
Because think about it, like you making a movie called Tank Girl. I like Lori Petty and stuff. I like her and stuff, but like Lori Petty, even though Lori Petty was the face of it and stuff, I'm pretty sure the studio's like, well, maybe if we bring in Ice-T, that'll be the big name to get people in. I'm like, but you don't have him on the front cover of your fucking movie. So how the hell?
Why did they pick Ice-T out of all those people? White people are weird. Like I don't
Hollywood,
know.
Hollywood in the 90s is very weird. It's but anyway, strictly business. I believe it. I say $1.5 million, $2 million at tops. Tops $2 million.
No, I am telling you $1.5 million. You want to know why? When I'm like, first of all, when Hollywood itself doesn't have full confidence in your director or producer at that time, you're not going to get the freaking king's ransom of a budget. Okay,
I'm saying, but only reason I'm saying $2 million. The only reason why I say $2 million tops is because they actually did film in Harlem and Manhattan.
Yeah,
but you can do that on the cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
Can you? I don't know.
You can do that on the cheap. First of all, how many days? Do you know how many days that you can easily just get a master shot of or an establishing shot of, hey, this big expensive building is where they're filming. Just to say, hey, we work at this building. 9 times out of 10, they rented out a much smaller, much cheaper place to film.
And it's probably in Jersey.
It's probably no, but they did. They definitely
filmed it was Manhattan. It was Manhattan.
No, but they definitely filmed this in Manhattan.
They did all that in Manhattan, but still, that's my other thing. Also, Eris, let's also not forget. I'm reeling it back. I don't think it was 2 million. I don't think it was $1.5 million. I'm gonna say under $1.5 million. You know why? Because I am adding in something that I always add in with these shits, and that's advertisements. And I'm thinking at its max, Ebony Essence Jet. You tell me where else this thing was advertised at.
Yeah, just those magazines. Like if your movie
and the theatrical trailer and hold on. I'm gonna say
wait. That costs money and people forget about that.
Wait. Theatrical trailer and it's I'm gonna say 1 to 2 month run of TV spots.
Well, I mean the TV spots it was probably getting because again it's gotten better in the late 90s, early 2000s, but your TV spots was literally just back then, I would say BET. You
know what this movie was harping on?
And maybe the regular network television, that's it.
I'm going to believe that, and I'm going to believe I'm going to believe under $1.5 million, and I'm going to say that for one main reason. You know where a good chunk of their advertising went to? Tommy at the end of Living Color. Yeah, man, Strictly Business out in theaters.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, because they sure as hell wasn't going on no goddamn Good Morning America with they weren't going no Regis and Kathy Lee was going to be like, hey, we're here with John Phillips for Strictly Business.
1991, the biggest black DJ in America, Tom Joyner, wasn't advertised. I guarantee you.
Which is ironic.
Didn't touch this movie.
Which is ironic because old girl from Reno 911, black chick,
I know you're talking about.
Niecy?
Yeah, Niecy. We're at a point now. She was promoting on one of the black morning shows that movie that she did on Netflix, Uncorked.
Yeah.
Which would never happen back in the 90s.
That would never happen back then.
Now it's like, oh, you going on promoting a black ass movie on Netflix? It's like, oh shit, all right.
I'm sorry. It's 1991. This is Warner Brothers. No, you know where all that funding.
Warner Brothers did the bare minimum.
You know where all that went to? Went to a Spike Lee project called Malcolm X. They weren't giving a fuck about
because that came out the following year.
That is why I said $1.5 million tops.
I mean, and that's not even factoring in. Even back then, Warner Brothers was still because you remember this is that transition period. They made a lot of money off Batman. Batman Returns is about to come up too.
They're not there. Warner Brothers as a studio are not thinking about this movie. Guaranteed.
Again, D. I just said it. When the movie studio does not have confidence in the director, producer, writer, hell, the project.
See, I can't even say confidence. It's more like it's another movie on their books.
It's not even that, Chris. It's not that. It's not even about this. This dude, come on now. This isn't Warner Brothers of 2000, okay? Warner Brothers of 2000 at this point, they're like, fuck it. We'll throw it in there. This will be our John Carter, okay? No.
I hate every time somebody says that. Every time somebody mentions John Carter.
Disney did fuck all with that.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't fuck all. Like, look, listen. Warner Brothers
live that one down.
Warner Brothers did not look at this. They did not look at this movie and say this is going to be our John Carter, our Lone Ranger. Okay, they didn't. They just looked at this movie and said, "All right, who are you bringing in for this? Who are they? Who's the actors that you got? What's the story about? All right, this is kind of whatever.
That's Thomas Davidson.
And the thing of it is too.
Hold on. Like I'm not really feeling the confidence in this. I don't see this being a summer blockbuster or whatever. Listen, we're gonna give you $1.5 million. That's your budget. Do what you can.
And let's be real, it ain't just the black movies and stuff because they did it to another movie, a Dolph Lundgren movie called Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yep,
put that bitch in August, the dead spot of the summer, and it was like, yeah, good luck, guys.
Didn't they also do that with that other Dolph Lundgren movie? What was it, Joshua Tree?
They fucking they iced that shit. They were like, yeah, I don't know about like so it ain't so I don't want people to think that it was just black movies. No, it was a lot of other movies that they did that shit too. Nigga, Free Jack with Emilio Estevez, they didn't give a fuck about that goddamn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I forgot Free Jack was a movie.
Like I told you, when the studio does not have the confidence in a project, there is so much like it's literally pulling teeth from the freaking studio just to get a proper budget. And when they just give you a drop in the bucket budget for them, at that point you got to turn lemons into lemonade.
I mean, they did the same thing. I mean, but Class Act. We talked about that movie.
But you want to hear this? You want to hear something funny? Another Warner Brothers project that Eris, you do bring up. If a studio has no confidence in it, they're not going to drop no money into it. Their confidence in this case was in the person that was in the movie. That was Dan Aykroyd. When Warner Brothers let him make him direct produce all that shit, nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. If anybody's seen that movie, is aesthetically one of the most amazing movies you ever see. Everything has life to it and all the rest of it. How's the plot?
It is.
I mean, it ain't bad.
It ain't bad, but it ain't good.
But here's the thing.
But it looks amazing.
Here's the best part about the story. The Warner Brothers the whole time is like, Dan, no. I got to get this done. We want this movie done on this time period. Well, I got to get this done. I got this done. And for whatever reason, it's Dan Aykroyd. He knows what he's doing. And when the movie got back, you know what the producer said? The fuck is this?
And now Dan Aykroyd is out here.
How much money did we get? Oh my God, that's. Wait a minute, that thing can run by its. How much money did we spend on this shit? There's a reason why I say that as a joke, everybody, that CGI is dead because of CGI is here because of movies like this. They dumped so much money into that movie, Eris. It didn't give back nothing. You know what saved that movie? Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, the cult status.
That saved that movie.
The VHS sales.
It's coming out on Blu-ray just now recently.
The fact that it's coming out on Blu-ray is a miracle because we have seen movies with that same type of attitude where they dumped all that money into it and it goes to jack shit. Cutthroat Island's been waiting for a while for a good reason. There's a good reason why you have to have cult status in situations like that. If not, it's going to be, there's a reason why we only gave it $1.5 million. It didn't deserve to live that long. I
mean, and that's the thing too. It's just to kind of cap it off and stuff. It's kind of like the situation where it's like now. How can I word this? I'm trying to find a way to word this.
Because really think about it, Chris. What Warner Brothers project had a budget less than $1 million?
Not too many. I mean, nowadays.
Not too many. Nowadays, into the 90s, not too many.
I mean, nowadays your minimum is like $5 million if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, it's about $5 million.
$5 million is your minimum.
Anything less than $5 million is a television show,
or you're working under A24.
I mean, nobody's
because A24 functions in that realm of budget that strictly business is kicking in right now, where it's like.
But then again, A24 has the thing of working with less to make more, so that's different. And that
look,
goes
me and Aerosol Zola,
in the writing, yada yada yada.
Me and Aerosol Zola, that was like that don't look like it. I mean, it looks like an indie movie, but it's like
no, it smells. It has the aesthetics of an indie movie because it doesn't have the stink of a big time studio. That's why.
I will tell you one movie under Warner Brothers that does have the lowest budget of, well, at least all of Warner Brothers' big monster movies,
which is
Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I mean, that is. I think somebody did a breakdown of the VFX for that, and it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, not even just the VF, the fact that there was a whole lot of corner cutting.
Yeah.
And apparently the budget for that movie was $155 million.
And that's considered low for a blockbuster.
No, it's the lowest out of the entire MonsterVerse.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, and that's considered low. Like, that's crazy. But anyways, folks, Chris,
and let's put it this way. Remember when Justice League first came out and everybody was looking at the numbers and everybody was like, wait a minute, but it didn't spend as much as that one over there. Like how much? Like
look at the marketing,
and then we look at the marketing, and then you look at this, and then you look at that. There's a reason why these blockbusters are average at 70 million on up. There's a reason why, because they're dumping so much time into it. Yeah. Anyway, you're probably asking yourself, what's y'all next episode? Well, I just thought about something. This is September to August to September, meaning that D literally has it in the bag and he just shuffles which one we're going to go to at this point. I forgot. That's the way I want August and September to be like. So fine, but fuck all that. We're going to go to our regular scheduled program, which is Street Fighter, the animated series. Yes, we're going to go to that. But then again, I'm thinking to myself, maybe we should do Rush Hour.
We'll see.
We'll see about that. That's it, man.
So peace out, guys. Laters.